Hey, my Sagittarius babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota. I know y'all like, why relax? Can you do this first? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. If y'all don't know, 2021 got a different kind of flavor to it. The hell. At any rate, this is going to be for Sagittarius from where we are right now to this time next year, 2021-22. Yearly annual thing. I have already shuffled and cut the cards, and for those of you that don't know, I'm a jazz musician. That's a whole nother life, a whole nother something. But I play music when I'm shuffling and cutting and doing my thing, and I usually don't know what's coming up next. And so I was listening to something I wanted to hear, and the very next song that came up was Nina Simone. Woo! Birds in the Sky. You know how I feel. Yeah, that song. So I have a feeling, really strong feeling, that this year Sagittarius is getting ready to do something new and different. I saw the Hangman while I was shuffling. I'm like, oh, y'all coming with a new perspective. So let me shut up. I am using my old deck because something told me to use my old deck. There's messages, I guess, in here that I'm not going to get out of the other cards for you. So let's, first, off the gate, this is how you're feeling. Look, get out of here. Talking about that solar plexus. That's all up in your chest. I can't. Damn it. That's your front and back end of your overall energy. Your challenge for this year is going to be to deal with the heartache and the loss, whatever it is. And for a lot of you, it's not just about romance and shit. It's about the fuck. Every other aspect of your life that's had to change because of the coronavirus and some other shit. You saying? So we're going to do the first 6 months. And I'm going to move these out the way and do the second 6 months. And see what we got going on. Yeah, you got a new beginning coming up here. Probably very tippy top of the summer into the spring. And it feels like that energy where you kind of feel like things are closing out. But it surely is things in, when something ends, you don't just go home and look in the corner and nothing new happening. Something new always happens. So the victory and success has the Hermit card. On the back end, the solar plexus is pulling the Seven of Wands, negotiations. Oh, shit. Heartache and loss. Six of Wands, talking about sacrifice. Stand your ground pulls the Nine of Pentacles. Emotional loss pulls the Two of Pentacles. The Crown Chakra for the month of March pulls the Seven of Cups. Healing pulls the Queen of Swords. Yes, Lord. Oh, boy, y'all ain't playing. May, New Beginnings pulls the Six of Pentacles. Oh, hell. Well, there's that damn string card. What the hell you going to do with that? But that's on top of the love. So there's going to be probably some patience when it comes to new relationships. Not setbacks, not at all, but new relationships are not going to be running right out the gate. So it's going to be a process, but you're going to know. It's not like you're going to be like, ooh, who is it? Door number 1, door number 3. You're going to know who it is, but there are going to be things that are just going to have to be cleared out of the way, maybe from past relationships. Some of you may be getting divorced, and as you go into this new relationship, you're still trying to sell the house or get rid of the cows or whatever the case may be. But what you do right now is going to make the difference in how the rest of the year turns out. I know that I hate to hear that because it's like, damn, I'm going to be on my P's and Q's. Not that detailed energy, but it's about going inside. Some changes need to be made if they haven't been made already. And you need to reconcile some of the emotions that you have. For those of you, and this is out here, so I'm going to just throw it up against the wall. For those of you Sagittarius that are getting divorced this year, you're going to just have to reconcile that energy like, damn it, well, we tried, but there's no sense in going further. You got to put those pieces together. With that said, as you do that, you will begin to see things just fucking fall into place. And for a lot of you, you may be standing around right now going, I don't know why we get divorced. Anyway, at the end of this, it will be crystal clear what you couldn't deal with, what your partner couldn't deal with, however that's resonating, and where the cracks were. Take that knowledge as you go into a new relationship and use it to your advantage, if you will. I believe that every situation that we're in always preps us for the next thing coming down the line, whatever that is. So just whatever gems you're able to walk away with, as painful, as destructive as breaking up and divorce and that kind of thing can be to just your soul and your psyche, get your little shovel out and start trying to dig for the gems to see what you need to pull from that situation and take with you moving forward. On the back end of your overall energy, the solar plexus with the Seven of Wands, you kind of had to turn your back on whatever maybe. And all of you are not getting divorced. And let me get my trusty dusty lighter. I don't know why the lighting is so bad up in the story, but it is. But that's what we're looking at. It feels like some of you are turning your back on whatever it is. Some of you may be initiating the breakup or may have initiated the breakup around your birthday. All on the strength of, I can do this shit on my damn own. That part right there. The I can, the solar plexus, to me, is the twin to the sun card and the regular tarot deck, about you pulling away from the group and standing in your own sun. And I say group because there's a 3 up there. So some of you may be coming out of your relationships due to it's a paper towel, I'm sorry, due to some infidelity issues, not of your choosing. And it feels like at some point your partner may have said, oh, baby, let's try it again. And so this energy is really kind of sticking with you, whatever, yeah, there it is. Whatever it was or wasn't or did or didn't happen, you felt like you just needed to not even entertain whatever anybody was talking about. And while in that deck, in the vice versa deck, the Seven of Wands is about negotiations, I kind of feel like y'all said the fuck with some negotiations. I'm going to stand in my own little yellow sunshine into hell with you. Your challenge this year. You're going to be making some emotional sacrifices. I know a lot of you are. A lot of you know you need to walk away from the situation you're in because it's shitty. Period. And how you're processing this. Again, what you do right here in this moment is going to have implications all the way to next year. So as positive, as steadfast, and as clean as you can keep it, came out, do it. As honest as you can be. That inner light. Do it. Whatever. Don't play games. Just go ahead, cut your losses, and move to the new thing. Where we are right now, with the Nine of Pentacles on top of the stand your ground, it's the same energy. Again, turning your back. And this has got money tied to it. So turning your back and standing your ground, not taking, I'm going to go give you $100. Yeah, you know what, you're going to give me $6. How about that? And standing your ground. If you have children and you're going through this fight right now about child support, whether you're married or not married, but y'all breaking up, whatever the case may be, stand your ground. You got to feed babies. I know people, and trust me, I know there are plenty of folks out here getting child support and they don't need it. I'm just going to throw that shit out there. I'm going to keep it real. But this is not what I feel for you, Sagittarius. I feel like you are earnestly and honestly trying to do what's best for your family. I'm talking about you, your kids, mom and them, cousin and that group. You're trying to do the best that you can do. Do not settle for that $2.50 check. Don't do it. You got an attorney, tell them to take it back and give you something you can work with. And if you need to, some of you feel like you don't want to because you don't want to have to go through this hassle. But if you need to start writing shit down, how much you spend every day, that part, do it. Do it. So it can be officially known that you're not playing. And you will turn your back on the bullshit. That part right there. For others of you that are not in the family way, but you are dealing with work, and it's time for a raise or promotion, I'm going to say the same thing to you. You may need to moderate the stand your ground part if you don't have another job lined up. But if you're trying to get a promotion, and then, oh, well, it already pays this or 3,000. No, can't do it. People may beg you. You may even have people watching you. See a little bird up there? You may even have people watching you, because they want you that bad in whatever position it is. But if they ain't coming up with the moolah, no can do, period. And stand your ground on that. Don't be ashamed to ask for not even what you want, what you need to take care of you. Just saying. Get to February's energy. Two of Pentacles on top of the emotional laws. Vice versa day. On the backside talks about making it look easy, but you're really struggling and going through some things. That 5 emotional laws, I think of the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, that emotional energy, I can't abuse it, and it may hit you at some point, the fuck, and you may just break down and cry. That's a part of the healing process. So don't be embarrassed. Fuck everybody if they don't understand the fuck you're trying to deal with. Do what you need to do to heal, to begin healing. You fuck with anybody that's talking about how you look. Whatever. The other side of this is about progress and perseverance. And I have a feeling a lot of you are leaving relationships because your partner was asking you to do something that was absolutely and totally ridiculous and didn't make a damn bit of sense, that part right there. So, process it the way you need to process it, regardless of what anybody's trying to tell you about how you look, whatever. Damn all of that. We get to March, the 7 of Cups, and let me stop here because I know I'm calling months and shit. Time is fluid. You can throw the dates out if you want to. So if you don't watch this till October of this year, that's fine. However it applies and however it resonates. Anyway, crown chakra with the 7 of Cups, looking at the month of March here. Overthinking that crown chakra, I know, and just obsessing over emotional issues. Kids are in this, so for those of you that are actually going through breakups with kids, they may start trying to figure out how the hell, the who, the wedding, and first the pandemic, and they can't go outside, and they can't do this, and can't go to school, and now mommy and daddy ain't doing it. What the hell? Helping them understand, that's the word, helping them understand what's going on at age appropriate levels. So if you're dealing with a 5-year-old, obviously they're not going to understand the ins and outs of equities and mortgages and car notes and all of that shit, but they will understand that mommy and daddy are going on a separate path. That they will get, and helping them get through the emotional part without obsessing. And if you've ever seen a little 5 or 6 or 9 or 10-year-old whose parents are getting divorced, they can become obsessed about mommy, daddy breaking up, and tell everybody in the world, go to the grocery store, my mommy and daddy get divorced. Yeah. Helping them work through that. Because for a lot of them, this may be very traumatic. For those of you that have been in relationships that have been kind of rocking and rolling the whole time, and you knew the end point was coming, you just didn't know when, once again, that can be stressful on a child as well. And so it just kind of comes as boom, when mommy and daddy ain't arguing no more, but when they do argue, it is really loud. Now that kind of situation, helping them, stretching beyond that. If you don't have children, you may have relationships with your other's family, cousins, mothers, and you're friendly with them, and navigating that energy so that it doesn't become all-consuming. Because while you may be trying to process some shit, that don't mean everybody else is. So just kind of working through that, using what you know from the past to help you get through it. That will pretty much sum up the month of March. When we get into April, with the Queen of Swords on top of the healing, this is where you start shutting shit down. Oh, there's the word liberation. What the hell? Then you start freeing yourself from all this excess baggage up here. Once again, old girl here on the front in the other deck, it's a bitch telling you to write your name in the upper right hand corner, put the date in the yeah, that energy. It's a bad bitch right here because she can detach herself and do what needs to be done to liberate, i.e. free herself or himself, energy can go either way, from whatever stressful, tied up in knot type situation you might be in, and again, work on that healing process. So feeling like as we get to the beginning of spring, it'll be time to tighten some shit up emotionally as well as your behavior. So now we done. Some of you may have exes start to, when it starts just, I'm from DC. So just when the cherry blossoms come out, that's when everybody just seems more beautiful and love just seems so damn great and the world is just wonderful. About that time, your ex may want to get, on this thing with baby. Not to get the Seven of Wands up here talking about negotiations. Come on, baby, we can work on it, baby. Hey, you know what? No, we can't. Sorry. No, turning your back on it. You know when you're done, Sag. Don't let nobody talk you into no bullshit ass deal because they ain't finished fucking around. Don't do it. Don't do it. And continue healing. Now, some of you may decide to go and get back in it. The healing process may get held up. I'm not going to say it's going to stop altogether, but if you put yourself back in that situation and you're not 100% sure, even 90%, even 80% sure that you're going to have some level of progress and change, this won't happen. I'm going to just throw that out. It's not going to happen because you can't heal from something you're sitting in the middle of. Somebody continuously cutting you, how are you healing? Because they keep cutting you. You got to back up off that knife so you can start healing. I'm just saying. Just saying. We get to May. 6 of Pentacles on top of the new beginnings. That one up there talking about you. Fire energy. Sagittarius, yes. We're nodding our heads, yes. Same energy is the Queen right here, but now we're talking about your money. And so money looks like it's going to be a theme that's just going to pop up throughout the year, especially if you're dealing with divorce, any of that. Money is going to be just topic number 2 for everybody. Stay detached. If you're going in a new direction away from your partner, make sure the business part of whatever's going on is taken care of as far as your money is concerned. While this is not sword energy, if I had her over here instead of him, I'd be like dotting them I's and checking them T's on your money, but that's not quite what I'm getting. I'm getting more, make sure you get what you're supposed to get. So, this runs a list. Taxes, paychecks, if you got a promotion, making sure your raise is in your paycheck, making sure that the right deductions, if you got kids and they're doing medical stuff, all that shit is in order. Now, not quite to the detail of this, and certainly larger, more than $50 sums of money involved here. But as you get into that, some of you may just be sliding into a whole new thing. So it could be a new job, it could be the beginnings of a new relationship. However that is, stay cool. Pay attention and stay cool. That level of detachment with the Queen, just keep that shit running. Warm it up a little bit. Heat it up just a little, just a scotch. But keep that shit moving. And keep your eye on your coin. Looking at June's energy with the back end of the Strength card, sitting on top of love. Yeah, it's going to take you some time. And some patience. Those of you getting into a new relationship, once again, it could be you or the other person separating from another relationship or ending the separation process, so finalizing divorces, getting all your shit up out the basement, that thing. So that may put a little bit of a break, and I mean break as in car break. It may put you on the brakes a little bit to slow down, but you've got the strength. And you obviously have some perseverance because you've been dealing with all this bullshit before. that however it's resonating for you, you can hold on. You can wait and just finish whatever needs to be finished so that you can move through a new relationship without worrying about having to come back and clean up some shit you should have cleaned up before you left. That part. And it happens. Don't feel like you're the lone stranger dealing with that bullshit. It does happen. So July brings us the heart chakra. August brings us intuition. September brings us deception and envy. October brings balance. November, shadow. And December, discontent and boredom. Oh, shit. Well, there you have it. So heart chakra pulls the Four of Swords, intuition. Pulls the Knight of Pentacles, deception and envy. Pulls the World card, balance. Pulls the Six of Cups, shadow. Pulls the Eight of Swords, discontent and boredom. Discontent and boredom pulls the King. We have a full matching set on the board with the King and Queen of Swords. So I'm going to say there's going to be a new connection, but that this discontent and boredom down here is under here underneath the love card. And I just told you, you have to slow up, blah, da, 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 da. Don't let it turn into a thing of boredom. There's still things to be done. There's still business to take care of. Regarding your freedom, that part right there, there may be, and I'm sorry I'm jumping around, but I'm just kind of picking up the heavy energy. There may be something at the end of the year, again, if you have kids. And so now it's time for group participation. Mommies and daddies show up for Christmas plays, or Hanukkah plays, or Kwanzaa plays, or whatever you got going on at the end of the year. And everybody's at school, in the auditorium. I don't know how they're going to do that this year with Corona, but I'm just thinking positive now. So whatever the thing is to get y'all together, because of the kids, don't fall into that thing of, my new relationship is moving too slow and I'm bored. And then get back and lose the very thing that you've worked so hard to gain. I know that sounds ridiculous and crazy, but that's the energy and that's what the guides are telling me. Some of you may be at risk at the end of the year. Once again, the holidays, and especially now, you ain't seeing people and you can't argue with them and love on them the way you want to because you can't get close. You got to stay 6 feet, 12 feet, 20 feet, whatever. And so, intensity plays a part in all of this. Be about the business at the end of the year. And don't let this bullshit right here have you back up here trying to figure some shit out. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. The possibility is there. There's your caution. We get to July with the Four Swords on top of the heart chakra. You may have to call a truce, and this energy has been kind of prevalent since the end of last year. Not necessarily with anybody else, but with yourself. To be done arguing and fussing in your head about, should I stay or should I go? What's going to happen with the kids? Calling a truce, making the best decision you can make, and coming back at some other point and saying, okay, now, what do I need to do to heal this emotionally? But trying to overthink this or think too much about it or whatever is just going to create more heartbreak for you, because it's going to keep you in a loop that just keeps going. It's like a movie that just keeps playing and playing over and over again. You get the credits, then you get the beginning of the show. You get the credits, and you get the beginning of the show. And it keeps doing it over and over. And so now you find yourself in sword hell trying to figure out what the hell, because you're all up in your head. Don't get caught up. Call a truce with yourself if you need to, so you can keep moving forward. We get to August with the Knight of Pentacles on top of the intuition, and then another I-N word, initiative. Use your intuition. Okay, let me say it the other way. Use your initiative to follow your intuition, and use your intuition to make any initiatives, follow, go forward, whatever it is. But follow your intuition. I would say probably during the better part of the summer going into the fall, you'll probably be a little open. Off the rip, I can't tell you what's going on planetarily over the summer, but there may be some things that you need to just take the initiative on, take the lead on, or begin. Follow your intuition as you're doing it. It will not lead you in the wrong direction. It won't. When we get over here to September, World card on top with deception and envy. I don't get the beginning so much as I get the end. Looking at her behind, out the other way. So this, for many of you, by the time you get to the first part of the fall, not necessarily September, could be October, November, but as you get to the beginning of the fall, start seeing all of this up here wrapping up. And for many of you, it won't even be about having to go to court. Your attorneys will go and sign with their paperwork, and you'll be like, this is out, done. If there are other legal situations, same energy here. But know, as that ending is happening, you know, whatever this situation is, it's like it's just not leaving without making some kind of smelly stink about some shit. And so deception, not so much. Envy, yes. An example, certainly not the only example, but if you're a female, you're getting divorced, you find out about the new 20-year-old that's on scene, she may actually be just envious of you because you got the house, the car, the kid, and she's stuck over here with boo-boo with a broken heart and some other shit. So be mindful of that, because they may try to throw that back around at you again. That's her ass. So that's the end. The end. Period. And you're moving into a new chapter of your life. Do it. Do it grace and style, but also do it with your eyes open. And some of the people that may be close to you, and I gotta say this, they're telling me, you or your kids, just be mindful. Everybody ain't telling the damn truth about what the hell, because they're jealous and they're envious of what they think you have going on. All right, there. That can also relate to work. And it feels the energy, the envy, the lie, deception part is coming from someone connected to your past. So this is not going to be a new person with the lies and shit, but somebody watching you walk out the door, you know, because they're just jealous. Hell you want me to say. October, 6 of Cups and balance. Balancing out some of that emotional shit. Those of you getting into new relationships, kind of bringing some balance. Obviously, again, if you're getting divorced, if this is finalization up here, you're walking in something new here. And so balancing out that emotion, because you may still be top heavy. And some of you may need to explain, you know, I'm recently divorced, I would like to date. Last year of our relationship wasn't shit, we didn't see each other, whatever the case may be. And just say, you know, if I'm acting a little wonky or weird, it's nothing personal, bear with me. I think if you open up like that and show that vulnerable side, you're probably going to get some extra points. Just saying. November with the shadow and the 8 of Swords. Again, going into Christmas. It's the same shit. Back it up, you know, and then there's that bird, have people watching you, you know, telling your ex, I saw her, she had the kids out at 10 o'clock at night. That kind of bullshit. That deception and envy, I told you, coming from the past. Somebody from your past could even be your ex-other's mother or their sister. Somebody close to them, but they, you know, tattling. Big time. That ain't no little bird. Big time. Deal with it. That shadow energy, and that is not necessarily coming from you, but it might be coming for you. Again, people are not happy with how you're looking, Sag, which then is telling me you're doing the work. It's the front end of your overall energy. You're doing the inside work to make things okay. And see, people don't like to see okay. They want you crying and fucked up and shit. So be mindful. We talked about this already. So as certainly as we come out of that 8 of Swords shadow energy, look who's here, the king. Christmas time shit. You know, somebody trying to make you feel bad. And you may be at a point where you're not dating someone, or again dating somebody, but it's going kind of slow, and you're like, I need to go back and try it again. I'm going to say it one more time for the cheap seats. Don't give up what you worked so hard for. And I can very clearly hear somebody saying, Well, maybe we should get back together for the kids. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't see no hearts on here. You don't see no cups on here. This is swords. Don't get up in your head. Don't let anybody else get up in your head with that bullshit. Stay on point. That right there. And keep it moving. There's stability. I'm looking at that 4. There's stability in the relationship you're looking for or trying to get to or move to. So don't let somebody get up in your head with that bullshit. I'm just saying. See what the oracles got for you, Sag. It's a healing year. I'm going to throw this on top of everything else that I said. Take care of yourself, Sag. That means Saturdays with a cup of tea. Where you are is below 40 degrees. Sit in front of the fireplace, sit in front of the TV, whatever. Listen to your music. And trying to just woosah, bring some balance back to your soul. You've been going through it. Look at, and I'm just looking at what fell out first. Change yourself first. You want shit to be different. Look at, like I said at the beginning, look at the whole thing, you know, and see what part everybody played in this, and start healing from that point. Don't let it all hang out. Yeah, everybody don't need to see. That's that 2 of Pentacles up here. You know, making it look easy, but fuck what people say. But you ain't got to tell it all. Leave some shit to the imagination. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One more, universe, please. One more. Oh, what shit I got too? Get hot and sweaty. Work out and grow old as fuck together. I don't know who that message is for, but it fell out, so there it is. Want shit to be different. Change yourself first. That right there. And agree to fucking disagree. Call in a damn truce. Didn't I say that? Call in a truce with yourself. You see shit differently. That's life with another person. Good times. But I'm picking up more on the agree to disagree part. And for some of you, if it's related to a relationship issue with your partner or your ex or whatever, agree to disagree. You be standing around arguing all damn day on some bullshit. I'm just saying. Sag, I love you. I hope y'all have a splendiferous year. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.